today we're talking about, a silent killer in businesses, really, which is invisibility. Do you understand? But not being visible in a digital space. You understand? Which means you have narrowed access to your target audience, minimum revenue as against you making less than what you probably should be making if you're more exposed, and generally, stalled growth, right? So we have a digital mapping expert and a geospatial professional, right, who really deals in business exposure. Yeah, we have with us Usakahyel Rufus, who's the CEO and founder of Orbitallens. Welcome aboard, Usa.
Yes, thank you.
We call you Usa, right?
Yeah, Usa.
So we can refer to you. Usa is fine.
Usa is fine.
Yeah. What we're really happy to be here. So today, really, the discussion today somewhat encompasses a lot of things we've said and we've done on this show in the past, right? We've spoken to people on how to apply themselves, on how to do businesses, on how to manage their finances, right? But we've never really spoken on how they can actually make themselves available. Do you understand? So we're hoping you give us a lot of insights to it. So many businesses still operate like it's 2005, right? No verified presence online. No proper addressing. I have a list of this, so just hold on. No proper address tagging exactly, and no digital discovery strategy. Meanwhile, today's users are searching things like Taylor and Surulere, food in Ikeja or something. Even AC repairing Yaba or something like that, right? And only businesses with local intelligence show up, right? So, who's really affected by this problem? Really? Do you understand? Who exactly is affected by this problem? Really?
Okay. Thank you again, Ogiva, for having me this morning.
You're welcome.
I'll tell you, visibility is a massive issue.
Yeah.
Right? Today, we all know the economy is hard.
Mm-hmm.
The rate of unemployment is increasing, right?
For
and
sure.
I'll tell you that if you look at some of their government programs out there, and what they do is to train people on skill acquisition.
Okay.
Right? Government programs that go as far as even giving people the tools to thrive in that space after they've learned or they've been trained. You have private vocational institutes also training people, right? But then, even when these guys have been trained, given the tools to thrive, 3 months down the line, they've packed up. I hear people tell them they are lazy.
Yes.
You hear people tell them maybe it's their village people. But the truth of the matter is that they don't have that platform that creates that visibility for them, to be quite honest. And this actually affects the service seekers.
Okay.
It affects the service providers. The service providers, I'm referring to the skilled professionals.
Okay, the entrepreneurs, right? The SMEs. Yeah.
I'm referring to the small and mid-sized businesses, that cannot afford, the billboard space or even influencer deals.
Yeah.
These are the people I'm referring to.
Okay.
So for them to thrive, training them is not enough. Giving them the tool is not enough. But a platform that allows them to connect seamlessly to their customers. Because if they're not getting customers, what happens? They won't be able to sustain that business at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So visibility is actually a massive issue.
Okay, so if you say, platforms, right?
Yeah.
How do these platforms work, for instance? Like, so the audience understands the types of platforms I'm talking about. Really.
Okay. I'll tell you, there are lots of platforms out there.
Okay.
Right? And the issue with this platform is that it has friction. Right? That is one. Friction, what I mean by friction is a lot of the times there's always an intermediary between the service provider and the service seeker. What that means is that when you're in need of a service and you're looking for a service, you'll find platforms where they come and they talk to you. They understand what your problem is. They give you a quotation. If you're willing to pay for that quotation, then they go look for that service provider for you because they want to get commission based off the amount that will be paid to that particular service provider, you know. But what we really need today, just the way you have a lot of people go on social media to create the awareness, right? As much as social media is not a platform, I would tell you that yes, people do create awareness, but still the numbers are low. Conversion for businesses are low. What you would see is, for instance, for the service seekers, they would go online, you know, they keep searching for hours and they don't even get to find what they're looking for. And then you see, you know, on social media back then, it's all about, you know, brand identity. It's not about visibility per se. Yes, you can have visibility, but you still find situations where a lot of people don't still get to find you. I'll tell you, to find someone on social media today that offers a service, you have to know the person's handle on social media, or you stumble on the person's post, or you get a referral, right? Often at times, if you go searching, you stumble on unrelated contents, and it almost appears like they are invisible. Still, they might get one or two people. Now, even when I find one, and I go through the comment section, I'll scroll through thousands of comments looking for who will tell me, oh, this service is good.
Someone to verify the business.
You understand? Even at that, I'm still skeptical. Like, do I trust this person? You know? And I even tell you, sometimes people go as far as even you're moving under the bridge, the road pavements, you see people write numbers, call me, I offer this service. You don't even know you're calling to your house.
And that one is even risky because, I mean, I heard there was a period where most of all those numbers, they what they call them, kidnappers, right? You sign, you go to the place for the interview, and before anything, person that went for interview did not come back, right? Exactly. So okay, I get you. So you don't know.
No, yeah, but that's basically what's happening today, you know. And you know, like I said, for social media, it's more about brand identity than, you know, even creating visibility, right? So you see a lot of things happen on social media. You see entrepreneurs. I mean, shout out to the entrepreneurs. It's not easy. You see, you know, service providers, skilled guys. Literally now, what they do is create content to create that visibility for themselves. Before now, you just have to post pictures. People like your picture. People have started going to photo studios to take professional pictures to post brand identity again. Now, a lot of people are just keeping, like, you know, you just go through, scroll through, and they're not interested. So now you have skit makers that are dominating the social space. Now you see an entrepreneur, he doesn't even know how to dance. He has gone to learn how to dance now because he has to dance for people to know about his business.
Trust me.
You know, some have turned into comedians so that people will know about their businesses. And I mean, it's funny, but at the same time, that's to show you the spirit that a lot of Nigerians have today because they want to thrive. Now, we don't even know what will happen in the next, you know, 2-3 years. Now it's all about content. We don't know what entrepreneurs will be doing in the future just to create that visibility for themselves. What we really need is a platform that allows us seamless connection between a service provider and a service seeker. It's very simple. So important.
Like an intentional means to bring them together, right? As regards it just being social media, right? Okay. I agree with that, definitely though. But so what's really broken in the current discovery system for Nigeria? Like, what's broken in how Nigerian businesses are discovered today? I know somewhat seems like the previous question, but you know, I'm looking for an intentional, you know, response generally to this.
Okay, I'll give you an example. There's a lot of things are broken in this space, right? And I'll give you an example. I remember when I was looking for a plumbing service, and I went on social media and I looked up the word plumbing. I saw a lot of results came up. Now, there's someone I saw. His name is Mr. Plumber Pungent. And this guy happens to be in India. Exactly. And the worst part of it that the guy at the end of the day is not even a plumber, you know. But what I was looking for was a plumber. So you see, things like that, it's annoying sometimes for a service seeker, someone that is actually looking for the services, right? You see, they spend so much time online, they still don't get the results they are looking for. Like I said earlier, you see entrepreneurs going to create content. Is broken for me. You don't have to create content to create visibility for your business, right? What we need basically is platform that allows people to sign up freely. The way you connect on social media with your audience, right? There should be a platform that allows people to connect easily like that. I should come and check categories and let me find the service I'm looking for. Let me type the name of the service. Let me see the person pop up easily. Let me be able to view reviews without going through comment sections. You scroll over 1,000 comment sections and you still don't get what you're looking for. You're still not convinced. How do I get to find someone who is verified, someone who is authentic, someone who is not fake? So a lot of these things are actually broken. A lot.
Okay, so like a digital yellow pages-ish. Yellow pages.
Yeah.
Whereas different people's addresses and okay, I get what you mean, and definitely that works really because I think from what you're saying, it definitely to be easier and faster, to get the service and as well the services which are the SMEs get direct access, right? From their target audience.
Exactly.
So obviously they'll be verified. And okay, definitely. But before we even go, what exactly is geospatial? Geospatial data, really. That's where I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as I understand where you're coming from when you say geospatial, but a lot of listeners out there will be thinking of something that has to do with map. But I'll use an example to describe, right?
Yeah.
Like the example I gave earlier when I said I was looking for a plumber, and then someone from India whose name is Plumber that came up. He's not even a plumber in the first place, right? Now I'm in Nigeria. Other results I even saw, those guys were not even in Nigeria. Some were in England and the likes. Now, a platform that allows you to put in your location, that allows you to use tag words that best represents your brand, what services you offer, right? Me being able to go on a particular platform and just, checking a location, and then I see list of service providers there that I can actually select from. That is one. Me being able to use those tags to, just for example, I'm looking for a plumber. I'm not finding a plumber. I can decide to type in pipes and fittings. I can decide to type in plumbing. When I'm typing all these keywords, I should be able to find or see what I'm looking for, right? That's the use of data to find what you're looking for is basically what, under the umbrella geospatial, you can tame everything under that particular umbrella, basically. But what it really means is that it's just categorization of, different words about a particular service, categorization of different businesses, for ACE or find and all of that, basically.
So how can small businesses take advantage of, all these things that we're hitting on, really?
Yeah, like I said, there are lots of platforms out there, but it's the friction again that is difficult. As much as people jump on these platforms, a lot of, service seekers find it very frustrating, right? And I'll tell you, based on my own experience and years of research, like personally, I've been able to build a platform, right? The platform is very easy.
Okay.
It's a subscription-based platform. The subscription basically helps us power the platform, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But again, what the platform is, 3 easy steps for the professionals, now the service providers. When they sign up, they create their profile and then they activate their profile, right? Now, when when they are creating their profile, all they have to do is, there's a space for biodata where you can talk about your business. You can upload professional certificates to show people that you're certified and you're a professional. And for you to even be on the platform, you have to be NIN verified, which is very, very important. People need to know that you're authentic. You're not a fake person. The platform allows you to even report profiles that, you have issues with as a service seeker now, right? Now, there are 3 plans. The standard plan is 3,000 naira per month. We have the basic plan 3,000. We have the standard plan of 6,000 per month. Now, as opposed to that friction where I'm talking to you to get, you to pay a particular amount so I can get commission of that service provider, right? Here we allow them to connect easily with the service seeker. Here, everything you can do on your social media, you can do on this platform. You can post your work.
So basically, so this is the kind of platform I'm talking about. Platforms where people can just come in. Okay, so what about what about the consumer in this case?
The consumer. What happens to the consumer in this instance is that they know that they don't have to go to multiple, sites online to look for the service. All they have to do is to go on this platform, right? They can either go directly to the categories page to look for what they are looking for, or they can search whatever it is that they are looking for from the landing page and they find what they are looking for. Now, it saves them time, which is very important. I don't want to waste so much time online looking for services. I have so many things I want to do. I don't want to stumble on unrelated content that would, deviate my attention from what brought me to that platform in the first place. Social media is strictly for entertainment, and it's a platform that is for service providers that can find verified service providers. Now, on this platform, you can actually see that these guys are verified, right? You can, as a service seeker, I can save their post, I can save their profile to come check them later when I need them. So I can have favorite service providers that I've saved. So whenever I need them, easily I can access them. You know what I mean? And they are verified again, which is very, very important.
Okay, so basically we need, what you're saying is we need more platforms like this, right?
Yeah.
Where that people can always just have access. So this in other words helps them get visibility, right? So if there are plenty organizations, platform, even government-owned private platforms as well that are available, right? So people just know, okay, this platform is for services, so let me just go there and get. I know some people still disagree because social media too, to a certain degree, some people are still bent on social media.
Can I ask you? But sorry, I mean, what you're saying, I agree to a large extent, but it's like comparing it with people who still disagree with having your Bible on your phone, because they believe that you could be reading your Bible, you could get a notification, and that could distract you. And that's what social media is like.
Yeah.
If you're on social media, you might be looking for this, then you see a comment from someone, or before you know it, you're going from page to page. Then you see one pretty lady. Oh, is she also into plumbing? Before you know, you leave that plumbing stuff and begin to admire this girl fine, eh? And you see another.
Or you hear, I'm the best smelling man in Lagos.
and listen, I'm not saying this is what happens to me. I'm talking for what I've heard people do.
Give
me an example sometimes. But what you're saying, it ties into one of the conversations I'm going to have later this week.
Okay.
Because, it's all about elections, local government elections, which we ignore. And one of the things I've been speaking about for a while is the importance of data. So my question is, put a question, and should I say suggestion? I don't know how to put it, but if a local government decides to have a directory of services within that local government, that qualifies to be geospatial
data. Exactly. Yeah.
So that if you are in Ikoyi or Balende, maybe the local government works with people like you you help in collecting data of everybody within that space. And once you are here, maybe you're a new resident, you just bought a house and you want to fix some things in your apartment. You just go onto that local government platform. And because, like you said, if they're all verified, you know who is who and everything, you can just go there and get the service you want. If that is possible, if our local government chairmen are thinking, right?
Very well.
Hopefully they will get there. Hopefully.
I mean, there are government agencies like Smith and that is trying to,
Really
help in that space. By training people, skill acquisition and all of that. But like I said, even after the training, even after the free tools, if there are no platforms for them to thrive, what happens? They pack down because no customers to engage them, and then they can also sustain the business on a long run.
And they're not visible.
They are not visible, no awareness. So if there are platforms out there that take the responsibility of, bringing people to you and all that, I think that's a quite a good initiative. Especially, there are a lot of small businesses out there that don't even have a marketing budget. Do you understand? Like we just been saying, their closest thing to marketing is social media, right? The average Instagram account and all. So I think it's quite a good part as well.
You know the worst part? The worst part is that you're living, let's say in Ikeja, and there are lots of these services you're looking for. But because of that lack of visibility, you have to drive all the way to, let's even say, Aja, to go and get, or Agege to go and get that particular service.
You can have a friend that needs a service and he stays in Aja. And like, there's one of my guys here, is the best. Just come and use him.
That's the pain point from the service seeker. The worst part now for the service provider is that him now coming to find out that, you had to go all the way to Agege when I can actually offer you this service.
Cheaper,
exactly.
Maybe better qualified, better experience, cheaper cost, and so it's all about visibility. Definitely. I think. Go on. I'm just wondering that now, how do we begin to encourage it? So you're talking about platforms like yours. For platforms like yours, for example, the average business owner out there who feels is doing a lot of marketing on social media, and people will just one way or the other chance on him. What is that? What is the convincing factor? What is the selling point that make him know that no, this kind of platform is better? Because there are people who do their best to spend on social media, and yet they are not getting customers because, like I think one of you said it, that now social media has gone beyond just merely posting pictures. People go to the studio and do all this
and dance.
There's an approach and dance. There's an approach to marketing on social media that attracts people who don't even need the service. But for those people, how do they? What is the convincing factor, the selling point that make them know that this kind of platforms are better for me to grow my business?
Okay, I'll tell you, with platform that is strictly created or built for people to create awareness. Now, there's the thing. The moment they join platforms like that, then they begin to attract a lot of service seekers. It's a gradual growth, right? So, but what happens is that over time, people in Nigeria, whenever they're looking for services, they just know that, okay, if I go to this platform, I'm going to see a verified service provider on this platform. Now, platforms that even have review systems, right? Ratings. You can look at the reviews and ratings and you find them easily. Let me even tell you, there are lots of diasporas today. They've left Nigeria. I mean, the whole Japa thing happening, and then they have their parents back here in Nigeria. Now, their parents might not be tech savvy enough to go online to look for these services. But now, if that diaspora person comes on the platform because he knows about this platform and he knows that these guys are verified, even from where he is, he can book for a service provider to go to his mom's house to fix something, to go to his dad's house to fix something, without him being scared and all of that stuff, and then still pay him. You know what I mean? So what's important is, having that platform where, a lot of people just know that, okay, if I come on this platform, I get what I'm looking for. I don't have to spend hours, searching. Do you understand? And then at the end of the day, I might still not even find what I'm looking for.
All right, that makes sense. After all, we have people that stay abroad and they buy meat online and send home here.
Yeah, a lot of people do
A lot
that.
of people do that.
Food, even food. Someone has actually sent me food. Yeah, and the person was abroad.
Is she back in town?
I don't know anymore. I don't know. She's in my past.
She said, "Oh,
Yes.
Oh, you didn't.
This is about 5 years ago. Please, let's not deviate.
We need to bring this over.
All right. Then, so last question, really. So what's your advice, really, to the average Nigerian entrepreneur in Nigeria now, really? For someone that's just struggling, generally, what's your advice?
So what I would say is people should take advantages of platform that gives them that visibility. It's very important. It's not about being on the platform for say maybe 1 month and then they are off. While being on the platform for 1 month is not enough, you know. And if you permit me, I'll use my platform for example, which I mentioned earlier. That is a subscription-based platform where we use the subscription to power the platform itself for people, right? So now the thing is, when you sign up, you create your profile, you activate your profile, right? You use
just like any other.
Exactly. So what happens when you do all of these things is that you can actually start growing your followers, right? The entry point is very, very affordable, right? And in fact, to make it even more affordable for people, I mean, we're on the show right now. I know a lot of people are listening that have or own businesses, right? If they want, right, they can try out the platform. They can visit www.orbitallens.com and sign up. They can use the Nairametrics as a promo code and they get 1 month free trial.
You want to give us Nairametrics promo code? See, okay, we'll talk about this. All right, guys, no problem. Thank you very much, Usa, for being here today. I hope we've actually, helped in creating solutions for you to, make your businesses more visible. So as against just settling for only social media, we should try and I think as a business, as an SME entrepreneur, we should also try and key to different types of avenues, to actually build our visibility. And it's been a good Wednesday, good show. We'll see you guys next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.